YouTube? It's about David again. I gotta respond back to the video, make a part 2 of it about first take earlier. They still chasing the LeBron James story, ringless, the ring culture. You had ringless kings up there. You had people ringless, Trace McGrady, Jay Williams, and everybody's talking trash about Kobe, disrespecting the late great Kobe Bryant because they didn't win rings and they think they could have won championship. They would play with Shaquille O'Neal, Tmac in particular. Trace McGrady said, "You think I can win with that team?" So let's start right there. Tmac, nigga, he couldn't win with Penny Hardaway. He couldn't win with Steve Nash. He couldn't win with Eddie Jones. He couldn't win with Ben X. No. I think no, because you had to beat the Portland Trail Blazers. You had to beat the Sacramento Kings. You had to beat the Spurs. No, nigga. No. Maybe you could have, but that's not the point. And the reason why it was, people say get really talking about, Kobe had 3 rings. They treated him as a sidekick to me because he wasn't the main guy. He wasn't the bus driver because it was still a debate about Tmac Kobe, who's the best player. But Tmac, did you ever bring up that Kobe was averaging 30 points a night while you was averaging 32? Wow. Playing with Shaq. Did we forget about that? We're going to gloss over Kobe Bryant 9 straight 40-point games. T-Mac, you was on your... The thing is, T-Mac, you was on your team that made the playoffs in the East. Sorry, East. Averaging 32, won the scoring title. You won the scoring title, and you said that I got to get the scoring title because Kobe won all the rings, so I got to get the scoring title. Kobe averaged 30 when playing with Shaq. Can you average 30 when playing with Shaq? See, people fail to realize, and then let's bring up T-Mac failure. Let's bring up T-Mac failure in the playoffs. T-Mac, he say what? He had Grant Hill. Grant Hill was hurt. In my last video, I said you had Grant. Said Grant Hill was better on my team. I didn't have Grant Hill. But you had Yao Ming in Houston. You couldn't beat the Utah Jazz in the first round. Let's talk about it. You couldn't beat the Dallas Mavericks. Both of the first rounds you made in the playoffs before y'all started having injury. You had 2 years. You had 1 year. Y'all went to Game 7. Next year, y'all didn't make the playoffs. Third year, you was in Houston. You lost in 7 to the Utah Jazz. Let's talk about it. First year in Houston, you lose to the Dallas Mavericks in 7. You averaged 30 in that series. Phenomenal, great, but you got blew out by 30 points in a Game 7 in the first round. When you have clearly the better player. You and Yao Ming are the 2 best players in the series, or you can make a case where it's you can make a case that Dirk Nowitzki was probably better than Yao Ming. But you got 2 out of 3 of the best players in the series, and you lost in 7. You got smoked in the game 7. But you averaged 45% from the field. You played pretty good, 82% from the free throw line. Then when you played against Utah, you went to Game 7 too. You averaged 25 on 39% shooting. Who fault is that, T-Mac? You lost to Darren Williams and Carlo Boozer. You lost to Carlo Boozer and Angel Karolinko at AK-47. Kobe swept that team, and then he beat him in 6 while averaging over 30 plus 28-9 points per game. Smoked them same team with Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol is not Yao Ming. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Paul Gasol is not Yao Ming by any stretch of imagination. Nigga, nobody in the basketball world that real niggas that hoop besides ESPN analysts, they wouldn't even pay attention to Paul Gasol. You know the fuck, it was a one-time All-Star when Kobe got him. Kobe played with him for 1 month and took the nigga to the finals. And beat 2 top 75 players on it. And swept 2 top 75 players in the first round. Can I interest you in that, Yao Ming? I mean, T-Mac, since you think you would have won some championships. You had Joe Chan, nigga. You had a team, nigga. You had a squad. What are you talking about? You had fucking Yao Ming for crying out loud. In Houston. And then you couldn't stay healthy. You had got Ron Artest. What Yao Ming and him? Then what are we talking about? So, who fault is that you lost to the Dallas Mavericks in 7 and you was the lead scorer on the team, you lost to the Utah Jazz? With no Hall of Famers on that Utah Jazz team, I might add. There's no Hall of Famers on the Utah Jazz. This is a fact. There's no Hall of Famers on the Utah Jazz. Darren Williams ain't make the Hall of Fame yet. Carlo Boozer ain't gonna make the Hall of Fame. I think Darren Williams should be Hall of Fame, but he hasn't. But that's the same team Kobe swept. Kobe swept Allen Iverson and Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony, 2 top 75 players in their prime on the same team. With the reigning defensive player of the year, Marcus Camby, Nene Kenyon Moore. He swept him. With a nigga he been playing with for a month. The playoffs start in April. Kobe played with Paul Gasol for a month and a half, February, March. Played with Paul Gasol for 2 months and swept 2 top 75 players. 2 months ago, nobody heard of Paul Gasol until he came to Kobe Bryant. But you said, but he won back-to-back with Paul Gasol. So why you didn't win back-to-back championships with Yao Ming? Since you was waiting on your squad. Yao Ming 7'6" Hall of Famer, 20 and 10 a night. Seasons he having 20 plus a night. And you bet, but you on the same level, coach. You the one championship with Shaq. Shut the F up with that shit, man. You just. The thing is, these niggas are open gym niggas. You play against a bunch of bad teams in the regular season, and when the playoffs come, it's 16 out of 30 best teams, 8 in each conference. And defense keying on that motherfucking isolation basketball, all that bullshit ass basketball that you think they can win, ain't gonna win. That's what Gilbert Arenas sorry ass on. Gilbert Arenas, you let nigga chap you on your motherfucking chest, and you miss 2 free throws, nigga, and LeBron won the series. So you shut the F up, nigga. You scared, you can't make free throws when nigga touch you. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Your low percentage field goal shooting ass. Your low percentage field goal shooting ass. This nigga like real low 40s or 39% for his fucking career. Hey, what are we talking about? Never made you got 2 niggas that never made it the first round. See, that's the thing that these niggas, ESPN journalists don't say that on ESPN. The Molly Karams, what's the other motherfucker? The Molly Karams, the Stephen A. Smith, they ain't asking those questions. Like, you lost in them. Both of y'all lost. Y'all couldn't get out the first round. Y'all didn't even fuck championship, nigga. You couldn't make it to the first round. You lost a 3-1 lead in the first round. You say, well, Kobe ain't lose a 3-1 lead? Yeah, nigga. He did, but he bounced back and won 2 championships, nigga. Without a Shaq. So that Shaq argument is dumb. You think I couldn't get no without Shaq? I couldn't get 1 or 2? Maybe you could have, maybe you didn't. We don't know. But what we do know is Kobe is a multiple finals MVP without Shaq. That's what we do know. That's what the records show us. He got his own. Kobe and Paul combination, it shouldn't be better than a Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming combination. That's just not possible. It's just not possible, Yao Ming. I mean, and Gilbert Arenas, you had a 20 and 10 nigga in Antoine Davidson. Can I interest you in that? No. So I don't want to hear it. These niggas make me sick, man. These niggas make me sick to my damn stomach. I ain't lying. Anyway, I want y'all to like this video, comment this video. See you on the next one. Peace.